Good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 142 of the Pokemon Rejuvenation V13.5 Let's Play. Set mode, no items, so yeah. So before we do get started, I just want to say real quick that I am back from the trip that I mentioned I was going on the last few Rejuvenation and Stardew Valley episodes. If anyone's curious, the trip went pretty well. Had a lot of fun spending time with family, meeting people, going out and about, so yeah, overall, it was a really fun trip. But anyways, I will say I'm definitely glad to be back home, so yeah. Now, before we do get started, there are a few things that I want to get into. One, if I seem more sluggish than normal, I apologize for that. Normally, when I do long trips like this, whenever I get home, I just get really sick, and I do believe I'm coming down with something, so if I seem more slow, blah, dumb, that's probably why. Now, the next thing that I would like to get into is recording and whatnot. Last night, I did get some Stardew Valley episodes pre-recorded, a couple. I hope today to get a few Rejuvenation recorded as well to kind of start to get back on track, because I think it's been about 5 days since the last upload, so we are getting back on track with uploading and recording, so yeah. And then one final thing, I did make a community post. If you would like to check it out, I would really much appreciate it. I feel like I worded the word, but you get the point. I would very much appreciate it is probably the right way to word it, but yeah, just to summarize it real quick, I am contemplating doing 3 Let's Plays at a time. I mentioned that I wanted to take a break and hiatus from Stardew Valley because there's still so much to that game that we need to do to fully complete it. And there's so many other games that I want to get into, so yeah, that post pretty much summarizes everything. And I guess to say it here, I would like to do 1 Stardew Valley video a week, 2 Rejuve, 2 Slay the Princess, and kind of do that for a little while. If there comes a point that I decide to do that and it gets too much, I will indefinitely just take a hiatus from Stardew and just do 4 to 5 videos a week of the 2 Let's Play that we have going on. Because I mentioned before, with work, life, and stuff like that, I don't really want to do 3 Let's Plays, but if I do it like that it's only 1 Stardew Valley video a week, and 2 Rejuve, 2 Slay the Princess, or whatever, Let's Play we might be doing at a time, 5 videos a week, I think I could definitely manage that, but we'll see how it goes. But I think with that being said and done, that's enough of that. Let's get back into the story. So I think we want to interact with the Obelisk here. There's a strange interface on the surface of the Obelisk. Interact with it. Alon interacted with the Obelisk. No, I feel like I worded the weird. Now I've always wondered if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Is it like Obelisk? 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 I don't know, because I've always said Obelisk. But I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong. But at the same time, I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I don't know. I guess somebody could correct me if they wish to do so, if they actually know the correct pronunciation of that. Welcome to the Obelisk, product of Garufa Inc. Please be patient as we prepare our first time setup. Loading. Now I think that's something that's interesting for it to say it's our first time setting up. Just something to kind of point out there. I know it technically does make sense, but just something kind of interesting to think about. Your data has been uploaded and your soul has been tracked. Please proceed into receptor. I can already tell with me fumbling some words, this is going to be a pretty interesting episode of me just fumbling around. It's all good, it's all good. It's what I normally do best. I will say, I remember during like V13 on the site where they show like the little like panels of like photos and whatnot. I remember like looking at this for like a moment and I was like, Jane, what are you up to? This is so different than what you've seen so far within the game, so I gotta give credit where credit's due. It's really a unique twist to the game. Welcome, Interceptor. Welcome to Zeit. I am your guide. You may call me Nimra. Nimra? I see. You've met me before. That must be some kind of mistake. Oh, Please excuse me, it seems you have already come here with a host in mind. In that case, please follow me, Interceptor. Your host must be logged into the system through this panel. When this is done, I shall pass my admin credentials over to them. Please do so now. There's a slot for some sort of component to go into. The slot is a perfect size for the mysterious black box. Insert the mysterious black box. Alon placed the mysterious black box into the machine. Downloading. 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 I don't have the voice crack there. I don't have to keep reading that. Downloading complete. It was an honor serving you. Now, before I do this, I kind of want to do a slight spoiler rant on the whole Nimra thing. If you don't want to listen, that's totally fine. Spoilers ahead. So, yeah, go to the comment section below if you don't really want to listen to any of that. So, yeah. Okay, so one final warning: we are in spoiler territory. Comment section below. Yeah. Okay, so it's something that's really intriguing because you question this robotic floating thing that kinda resembles Nimra slightly, kinda not, and you're kinda like, Nimra? And then the robotic floaty thing, whatever you want to call it, is like, oh, we've met before? I don't really remember. Whatever, just come on in here, put the black box in, and you do your thing, Interceptor. You know, I believe potentially, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, that with Varia's game, Rejuvenation, the 18 volunteers, I believe that Nimra lost to Indrid, right? Go back to the third chapter. You see the dual crystal swords in his storage room collecting dust. You see the story within the timeline where you, Rihanna, Hugh, and Ren went into. And afterwards, Nimra went into battle. What was about to be like, oh goodness, what was it again? She was like, you guys need to leave. Go to my room. You'll understand. This is too much for you. I'll take care of this. And yada yada yada. And I would safely assume afterwards, no matter how it played out, she lost. And I believe with her losing and dying, her, I guess like code, her system from, Zeit, the AI computer super core thing that Varia created, whatever you want to call or word it, is brought back here because it's been destroyed, it's been beaten. And now it's like, I don't really remember. We met? Really? So yeah, I might be right, I might be wrong, because again, I would safely assume with the whole voice crack there, sorry, with the whole like soul thing, I would assume that, and that's like the tricky thing. I would assume that in some way, shape, and form, I don't know if like the soul of Nimra still like roams the earth, but the more robotic kind of part, the systems thing that Varia created, is now here because of its death per se. Like ended up here, but the soul still wanders the earth. Because go back to the Karma Files chapters, where like Nimra's like, I guess like ghost or spirit, whatever you want to call or word it, like still like talks to you when you go through the events with, Angie when she was younger, Hazuki when she was younger, Vivian when she was younger going through the training and whatnot. You kind of see her wandering around and whatnot, and you kind of wonder how, why, But at the same time, that does and doesn't make sense to me, because I've always had the theory and idea that Nim is Nimra because of the whole reincarnation thing. But I guess if that happened with, Indra being Indra, sacrificing her, and then something maybe interrupting the sacrificial thing, where I don't know, like something interrupted, Nim came to be, but let's say Nimra again still got sacrificed. The part of her that was created by, Varaya and the Garufans and whatever ended up here, and somehow her soul and whatnot still kind of wanders the earth. I don't really know. I don't really know. I feel like I'm talking a bunch of gibberish here, but it's something that I like to point out. The point is, ignoring the whole spirit thing and whatnot for a moment, put that to the side, because I don't know exactly how that plays out, but I think in some way, shape, and form, with the battle with Indra and Nimra losing, I think that has something to do with seeing the more like robotic, floaty version of her here in Zeit. So yeah, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not certain, but it's just something that I wanted to point out there is all. So yeah, I think we'll pretty much stop there with that rant there. Anyways, where where am I? Alon, is that you? How is this possible? I thought I was... That's right. Madame X dealt the finishing blow at Black Steeple Castle. That I remember well. But just look at you. You're so different, yet the same. You've grown so much. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be weak now. We've been finally reunited. I missed you. How did you get back? What's happening? I don't really think any of these add or subtract points, honestly. I mean, I guess I can take a look just in case. But I really don't think you get any points with her here. I probably should have had the thing pulled up beforehand. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Chapter 15, Pre-Path. No, there's no friendship points here, so you can answer however you wish to do so. I'll go if I missed you. I missed you too, Alon. I missed you so very dearly, but I must admit I did not expect us to meet again, especially like this. Not however. How were you able to retrieve my core? I feel like there's something about this place I should know. Ah. See, and that's something that's honestly interesting though, because the black box, my core. You know, what if... Hmm. Slight spoiler, actually. I want to talk about this. If you don't want to listen, fine. Heavy spoilers ahead. I'll try not to be super long with this one, because it's just me speaking a ton of gibberish like the last one, so... Yeah, heavy spoilers ahead. I kind of want to talk about this, so... Yeah. Okay, so we are in heavy spoiler territory. One final time. Spoilers ahead. Heavy ones. Skip ahead. Timestamp below. Yeah. Okay. So, what if it's a thing that everybody has a black box within them because of the whole predetermined timeline and whatnot? Go back to V13, the scene where I think Crescent like explained that, or was it like a flashback? I don't exactly remember when it happened, but there was a scene that I remember where Crescent went up against Clear and Kieran. She beat them, and she took, I think, like 2 or 3 black boxes. Now, I do believe to some level, Kieran, while Crescent was playing chess, they were playing 3D chess. And I think they intentionally wanted to lose so that she could be the one to activate the black box for Alon to kind of return and have the interceptor back in the world or something of the sort. So I think they kind of outplayed her on that end. Whether it was or wasn't that, we'll never know, probably. Or maybe we will. I don't know. But that would be my guess on that. Regardless, the black box activated, and we have Nancy and I. But what if it's a thing that technically everyone has a black box? And is, because like again, like the core voice crack there, the AI supercomputer thing that Varaya, has created, the whole rejuvenation storyline, everything predetermined. What if that core box is potentially within everyone and it's like a code in a sense for everyone? I'm 50-50 on that. I don't know, because like I can see it, but I also kind of don't see it, mainly because I feel like it's more so an interceptor exclusive kind of thing. But it makes me curious on why Nancy would have such a thing, unless like again, like it's more so like a helper to the interceptor, which she is, and she is somebody that we know from the past as well, like the actual Lon. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I worded that weird. I'll kind of like stop there because there's not much more that I could really get into and say about that whole thing. I don't know. Just something somewhat interesting to at least, I don't know, kind of point out. So yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. I see, so that's the reason things are becoming much more clear. Alon, I'm sure you have many questions, but for now we must depart. I finally understand why I've returned. Nimra has given me the key to this place. Please, Alon, follow me. For a moment. This place is called Zeit. It is a dimension that has been constructed around your cognition. Your mind dictates what this place looks like and how it functions. It was created by the ancients for the purpose of assisting the Interceptor, a term I'm sure you're quite bored of hearing about now. Nevertheless, it's your destiny, it seems. But why you? Why can't you just live peacefully? Come this way. Now, before I do this, I don't think there's a ton that you can really do and see. But I do like to explore. Yeah, no, we gotta keep going. I'm sorry for stopping you again, but I have to be quite honest. When I think of you, this place isn't exactly what comes to mind, and if this place is shaped by your psyche, your cognition, then why has it taken this shape? Something's not quite right here. Now that's something that's kind of interesting, that she kind of like points out there, like it doesn't seem like you. So what's going on? The Obelisk, the structure you've entered through, acts as an apparatus for the core, which it seems they can't access the core's data. Even with Nimra's admin credentials, that info is locked. But anyway, remember when I said this place was built to assist you? I have an example of that nearby. Please come this way. Sounds like a plan. I do want to look around a little though. Okay. Right. Now, just to give some, well, let me read this first before I get into some stuff. This person looks familiar to you, does he not? This man was called Kenneth. He was from the 4 Islands, Sevi Islands. I think I read that wrong, sorry. That's okay. Kenneth lost his love, Talia, and somehow joined Team Zen. Throwing his past aside, he renamed himself Kata, which was a combination of his and Talia's name. Are you confused on why he's here? My cognition? That's correct. Because this place is based off your cognition, this includes your personal relationship with people, but these only indicate deep relationships you've built. Random trainers or people you've talked to along the way, unless they impacted you in a meaningful way, will not show up. It seems Kenneth here has left some sort of impression on you. A connection at some point was made. Because of this and the core's power, you can see things this person has gone through to help further your understanding of them. Let's try this out now. Please touch the wireframe that's surrounding Kenneth. Why did you bring me to this insufferably cold island? Sheridan is more south. I told you that. I just wanted to bring you here so that we could talk. I, along with you, have been roped into something we would give everything to escape from. Kenneth. It's Kada. That's my Zen agent name. Alright, Kada. I just wanted to let you know that you have friends here, even if you don't want them. Being in Team Zen is a massive burden, and we're all fighting for something, but... And just what are you fighting for? My daughter Francesca, she's been extremely sick, and you realize doing this won't save her. Huh? Team Zen isn't going to save her, no matter how loyal you are, but we continue to do so because we want that slight glimmer of hope to be true. We give everything for it, ruin lives, end them, cause despair. Even though I know for a fact that this is all for nothing, here I am, because I want to protect those I love. But let's face it, Neve, everyone we know will suffer because of us. You'll never save your daughter. Forget about her. She's as good as dead. Your words cut deep. After all I did was try to help you. I'll make sure you feel the same pain that I do. I swear to it. And I think, like, just talking about that real quick, it's definitely like an interesting scene because, like, you kind of get a taste of why Neve had such a hatred towards Kada for saying these kind of words. Now, whether Kada is on the money or not is irrelevant. He said some really hurtful stuff because, again, with Where Love Lies story, his emotional side of him was separated from, his body, so he's more cold, emotionless, and definitely does not hold back on his, words towards people. But again, it's something that I've, talked about with, Rejuvenation and Team Zen. What is the goal? Is there actually a way by Neve and everybody doing this that they will achieve the goal? Or will it not end up be that way? Is it just this, false hope, like Kada mentioned, that we're all doing this to, bring people down, to make them suffer, cause despair, kill people even? Is all of it worth it? Is doing all of this actually going to save her? Is doing all of this going to save the one that I love? I don't think so. I don't think so. And Neve is conflicted because he's like, even if all of this happens, it's still worth it for her to give her that chance. Because if I didn't try, then she's gonna end up dead. I have to do this. I got roped into this situation and I'm bounded by this. Even if I wanted to quit, even if I wanted to leave, I can't. So it's something kind of, interesting to kind of like weigh and do. Now, of course, it's not me trying to give like an excuse to Neve and his really terrible actions, but you kind of see why he is the way that he is. So yeah, definitely a very, very interesting scene there. So yeah, and another thing to get into is the whole soul thing, because I go to, and it's not really like spoiler stuff. If I think about spoiler stuff, I'll give a warning, but I think what I'm saying is what's been known and shown with the game, so I should be fine. The whole soul thing, I think it's something that's really interesting though, honestly, because I look back at, now Nim is a different case that, well, you see that she didn't actually die, but some kind of wonder why the soul of Nim didn't get collected, and a few others like Professor Jenner. Now, Jenner's kind of an interesting one because you would think that he would add a significant impression to you, but he's not here. And I think there is a reason for that. Go back to M's Grotto. There's a thing for Kata there, but for some reason not one for Professor Jenner. So I think there's kind of something there. I don't know. Oh dear, that wasn't a particularly good memory. Kenneth was a kind soul, but he must have been pushed to the edge to make such a remark. Regardless, this should have given you more insight. We should continue our way to the center. But yeah, other than that, I'm not really certain on why, like, Professor Jenner wouldn't be here. The only thing, again, I could think of is the grotto itself. The more I exist in this world, the more of Nimra's data gets merged with mine. You've met her in the real world once, haven't you? This may sound ludicrous, but the Nimra present within the database of Zeit is actually older than the human one in the real world. That Nimra came second. Where does she come from anyways? Why does she hold so much info at her fingertips? So much to uncover. So that's honestly like an interesting line, and because, like, the one of the real world isn't as old as this one. I don't want to do, like, another, like, spoiler rant, but... let me just keep reading for now. We're close to Lon, the center's just up ahead. Here he is. This is Adres, the fallen soul that inhabited Arceus. Why did I just suddenly know that? I mean, I know why. It's just, to just stare at something like this and immediately know without any prior context is just jarring. Anywho, this is the cerebral core. This is where your deepest and inner thoughts are constructed. Sorry, structed, not instructed. How do I wake up Adres? When will Adres awake? Why is Adres here? I guess we'll go with the first one. That there lies the problem. Adres cannot wake up in this state. Normally the Obelisk itself would have the power to wake Adres, but it seems the Obelisk lost the power to do so by being so dormant for many centuries. Or perhaps he's purposely in this state. Does he refuse to wake for some reason? I'll have to do some digging through the files. I'll be back in a moment. Until then, I guess just take a look around. Sorry. That's all good. Adres is floating idly in a sphere. I guess we'll take a peek on around. I know we gotta go to that thing there, but I do like looking around. So I guess we can't go that way. Okay. What do you wish to look into? Life levels. Commencing life level analysis. Analyzing. Analysis complete. Life levels appear to be extremely low. Please continue your missions with caution. Loss of life levels will result in complete obliteration of the Interceptor and the Interceptor program. This concludes life level analysis. What do you wish to look into? Life usage. Commencing life usage analysis. Life usage is used by two separate hosts. With host, will you look further into, sorry. Host 2. Host 2 has lost 1 times severe head injury by a blast of powerful psychic energy. Current life lost 25%. Host 1. Host 1 has lost life 3 times. These include combustion, obliteration by explosion, incineration by beam. Current life lost 75%. Current host. Commencing host analysis. Analyzing. Current Interceptor host is Alon. Alon is currently being co-hosted by Crescent. Current host is Alon, secondary co-host is Crescent. Displaying co-host Crescent immediately. Crescent. I should have known she was involved in this somehow. Now, real quick, I guess, well, let me read this real quick before I do a spoiler rant. Alon, I never wanted to have this conversation with you. I thought you would think less of me if I did tell you, but I'm sure it's painfully obvious that we are not related in any way. I know. Yes, well, there's more to the story. I am not a human being. I was created to look like another person. My true form was the mysterious black box you had earlier, but when I was attacked at Black Steeple, I knew that my life meant nothing if you weren't in it. When Madam X killed my physical form, I held off as long as I could to remain looking human. Eventually, my physical form returned to the black box, but where did I come from? Who created me? I came from a lab somewhere in this region. I was created by two people. Unfortunately, I cannot recall who they were. However, I do recall that at some point my black box was stolen, and that person who stole the black box was Crescent. Well, let me just keep reading first. Crescent configured my black box to look the way that I do now and awaken me. I order you to awaken at once. From now on, your name is Nancy. Do you understand me? I understand. What may I call you? Crescent, that's all you need to know. Crescent, understood. Thank you for... I need you to do something for me. I can't believe it's come to this, but Alon just won't talk to me anymore. No matter what I say, they just give me a blank stare of confusion. It's eating away at me, and I can't take it anymore. Does Alon hate me now, after everything I've done? I'm sorry, but who is Alon? Alon. Oh, Alon, I can't stand to be in the same room anymore. Has Alon forgotten about me? Has he just... Did I do that? Did I disturb him to the point of amnesia? I don't know the answer. I can't know. I don't want to know. If that's how Alon is going to be from now on, I'll support him. I'll protect him no matter what. That's what I've decided. Even if I am unknown. I've run from far too many battles. The running ends here. You. I want you to be Alon's caretaker. I can't be the one. You have to be loving. You have to be kind. Alon is yours now, and if you must give your life to protect them, then you will do so without hesitation. Am I making myself perfectly clear? Yes, I understand. Good. We're going to dock at Oceana Pier, Giron City in just 3 days. Starting tomorrow, you will fulfill your role. You have until then to prepare yourself. Don't disappoint me. When we met, a bond between us formed immediately, and you know how the story goes from then on. But to think that we share the same life hold as you do, this life hold is where the Interceptor may cheat death for a limited amount of times. Between the two of you, there's only enough energy for about one more chance. Alon, you must be careful from here on out. If you perish again, there is no second chance. So, I want to get into another spoiler rant. If you don't want to listen, that's totally fine. Go to the comment section below. Yeah. Okay, heavy spoilers ahead, just to kind of re-say and re-talk about these kind of things, because it's something that's interesting. So, go into the whole analysis thing, like host 1, host 2. You learn that we don't have as much of a life force anymore. We're down to 25, the second host is up to 75%. So, like, you know, our mother said here, Nancy, we have about one more shot. If you die, if Crescent dies, it's over. You're done. So, be careful. And I think it's a cool thing going into the whole, you know, host 1, host 2 about, you know, what actually happened. Remember Crescent, the battle with Clear and Kieran? She technically died at that point. right? But of course, being an interceptor, she got brought back, and they decided to be like, all right, whatever, just put her in the pod, and she could stay in there. With us falling into lava, dying back then in the past timeline, and the blast from Yveltal with Melanie, we technically have died 3 times so far. One more and that's it. And going into the ship, it's such an interesting thing because, like, again, you see a different side of the Crescent. She's desperate, she's scared, she's anxious, she's worried. Did I do this to Alon? Does he have amnesia? Does he now hate me for doing this after everything I've done? Why is he doing this? Why? I can't take it anymore. Nancy, you deal with this. Care for him, love for him, be there for him. If he's in danger, you will lay your life down for him. Understood? And she's like, yeah, I got it. And I think it's an interesting thing because, speaking on that, if anyone's curious on why that is, you kind of learn in the future why that is. But with Crescent, she thinks of you as the original protag, the original Alon, whoever you're playing at. You know, she loves you, she cares for you, and to do all of this effort to bring you back to life, all for, and remember, before she brings you back to life, think in the middle of that, or beforehand, you're talking to Varaya. Varaya's like, hey, yo, Alon. Maybe you're playing as Anna, Ario, Avis, Avia, Arena, Axel, whoever you're playing as. She's like, hey, yo, you look cool. I want you to be my interceptor. And whatever protag you're playing as might have somewhat different responses than, you know, like the one that I normally play as. I'm not really certain if it is the same or not, or different between each protag. Because, like, again, like, each one has, like, a different, like, personality. But regardless, all of them in one way, shape, and form is like, yeah, no. I don't want to be alive. Memories are too painful. This sucks. Put me back to rest. I don't want to do this. And she's like, whoa, okay. How about this? Put you to sleep, but you're too intriguing. Half of you will be taken over by a host, somebody else from from another world, not this world. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever, don't care. And she's like, cool. Just a fair warning, if you kind of see some things that the original Lon is used to, or the original protag is used to, might have a little bit of a trigger moment, some PTSD, whatever you want to call or word it. Some old memories might resurface, and, you know, repressed memories might come back to the surface. But for the most part, you should stay asleep. We got a deal. And happen. We became the interceptor. The entire time Crescent is thinking that we're the actual normal protag Alon, but we're just being quiet. Maybe it's because of amnesia, maybe we just don't like her anymore. But she says, regardless of that, I don't care. My love for them is too strong. They can hate me, they might have amnesia, there might be something going on with them, but I swear to it that they will be safe and protected. And it's an interesting thing because, again, go back to all the signs where she saves us, interferes with certain things that are happening, and she's like, how many times do you have to keep doing the opposite of what I want you to do? I want you to live a peaceful life, not do the stupid stuff. Why do you keep throwing yourself into danger? Why do you keep saving Malia? Why do you keep hanging around with these people, with like Ren, Alita, everyone? Why do you keep doing this? And then, of course, as you know, with V13.5, it's a major bro moment where she's like, oh, I was doing all of this for somebody that actually isn't the one that I love. And she goes absolutely berserk. But yeah, we'll kind of leave it at that. It's something that's just really cool and intriguing to like see and think about going through Zeit and all of these kind of emotions and scenes. So yeah, but I think with that being said and done, I think we'll stop there. Okay, so we're out of spoiler territory, just a heads up. I'm sorry, Alon, but that's all I can do for you at the moment. The data flow in my component is slow, but it's going. Eventually, I'll have all the info I need to assist you properly. Please, take this data file. This has everything you need to wake Adrest up. And also, I found this within the depths of this world. Here, take it. Obtain Interceptor's Wish. The power of this gem is great. With it, you'll be able to aid your friends in their time of need. When the time comes, you'll know when to use this. But it is time for you to return to the real world. What will happen to you? I don't want to leave you if I have to. I guess we'll go with the first one. What will happen to you? Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be waiting patiently in here for you to return, and even then, as long as you have a black box with you, I'll always be by your side. Goodbye, Alon. I love you. Alon returned to the real world. I don't think this is working. This is what Nimra instructed me to do. It must work. Alon, try placing your hand here right now. Alon explained everything. All of that happened in the span of 3 minutes? What? If Alon entered a database, it would make sense, I think. Computers are able to process information instantaneously, and if this thing's appearance is any indication, it's highly advanced. But this also leads into so many other questions, the main one being the secret behind Alon's past and Crescent's involvement. It can be assumed that Alon and Crescent were affiliated at some point before they lost their memory. Alon, you said your mother gave you something for us, right? Give it here, I may be able to do something with it. For now, let's head back inside, we'll call the rest of the day off. It seems our objective has changed. Damien has taken the data drive Alon's mother supplied us with, and if accounted for 3 keys handed down from Nimra to 3 disciples, Vivian, Hazuki, and Anju. Using them, we'll be able to access more of the Obelisk contents. Not only that, but we can force Adrest to awaken. If we want to destroy Team Zen and come out unscathed, this is what we've all decided is the best course of action. All 3 keys have been located by Nancy and their coordinates have been received. At the end of the month, when our training is done, we're all going to go our separate ways and hunt down these keys. But for now, we continue. For a moment. Okay, Absol. I guess this is the only thing that makes sense. For a moment. Malia defeated strategist Aaron. Oh wait, hold up, yeah, there's Patience there. The Snorlax I was talking about on that one gym battle that we had with Malia. So yeah, I guess they did nerf the battle and not added that guy there. Not bad. It would have been embarrassing if you lost to me. Not bad, I didn't win, but I learned something, I think. Anyway, I need to take becoming stronger seriously now too. Now that we've learned that I have this super annoying power, I just have to make sure I prepare to fight. Speaking of which, I wonder if this power we have is useful for combat. I've considered that, and I've actually been supervising Alan and Alice's training specifically for this reason. For Alan, he can move extremely fast. Alice can use her power to create illusions. Me, the best I could do, honestly, is conjure up barriers. Take a look at this. Defense is my best offense, say it's metamorphic, and call it a day. What about you? Have you tried conjuring up anything? No, It's just that, for some reason, it's harder for me to manifest anything. Whenever I try something, I just become so exhausted, and when I don't, it's sorta hard to stop myself, so I just haven't. I've seen Alan and Alice also summon things without any issues. I wonder why it's harder for you specifically. I don't know, but it's concerning. I don't know what to make of it. I can't have myself passing out for days at a time anymore. I'll hold everyone back. I think there's something wrong with me. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it eventually. Maybe it has something to do with how these powers awakened in the first place. For the rest of us, it was when we were caught in that explosion back at the Grand Dream Ball. For me, it was when I was blasted off the side of Black Steeple Castle. All of our instances involved us getting hurt. No more than that. Is that when we were brought to the brink of death? Excuse me there. Or perhaps it's even further than that. We could have died and these powers worked like some sort of backup generator. I think I need a nap. Me too. We don't have anything else to do today, so maybe we should just take a break. Don't have to tell me twice. Day 18, Alon's Day of Training Part 2. For a moment. Let's see. About 45 minutes. Yeah, let's keep going. Please be careful out there, my friend. You don't know what you'll run into. Don't have time to talk. You got it. I will leave you to be. Sometimes I miss the fresh air of Sheridan. I don't regret leaving to help fight Team Zen, but I guess I'm feeling a little bit homesick. Maybe one day I can settle back there permanently. You'll be sensei too. Yes, I'll be a sensei that Vivian, Talia, and even Kenneth would be proud of. You should visit us when Sheridan is at its peak. Thank you for talking with me a lot. I feel so much better. And that's the one that gets you the most amount of points, just a heads up there. Do you say the same thing? Yes, you do. Okay, nobody in here. I know they mentioned the training room. I'm just kind of looking around just in case. Okay. Good day to you, Alon. Ready for another day of training? Regardless, today's challenge will be a unique one. This test is to see your capabilities of battle when you are at severe disadvantage. We have 3 rounds of rental Pokemon for you. Each set contains a monotype team that consists of either fire, water, or grass. The team you end up with is your choice, so choose wisely. If I'm at an advantage, then this should be easy. Then again, this is Alon we're talking about, so who even knows? Choose a team and then take your place. I'm going for the win, so you better take me seriously. Okay. I remember during Intense Mode No Items, this was extremely aggravating. Mainly because for me to win, it took a certain amount of hacks, like flinches or whatever, to win. So yeah. I don't remember what I went with last time, but I think water makes the most sense to me. Yeah, I think water is the best one. Maybe I don't remember what I did last time, honestly. I think it was water. Anyways, this is my moment. I'll show you how much I've been putting into my training. Alright, pull up Ren. So you have Mono Dragon? So I guess they changed it, because like back then I thought if I had water, he would have grass. If I had fire, he would have water. And if I had water, he would have... Odd. Maybe they nerfed it. I think Icy Wind is honestly the play. Just to slow them down a little bit. But I will say that's really... odd, honestly. I don't know, just kind of find that weird is all. I think we'll double team the Altaria. I guess air slash you. Let's see. I guess just keep going for air slash here. Oh, that crit kind of sucked. Yeah, I think without that crit there, we probably would have won there, honestly. Maybe, I'm not really certain, honestly. Alright, take two. I think this time I'll play slightly different. Let's go for Fake Out and Ice Punch here. Okay. Ice Punch again. Icy Wind here to kind of slow them down. Okay, maybe Fake Out is the wrong play then. I just kind of wanted to do something different is all. Let's just do that and that. Well, that sucked. Okay. Yeah, I need a game where I don't get paralyzed. Alright, take three. I'm kind of curious if I just Ice Beam and then Ice Punch. Let's get rid of you, Ice Punch you. Well, I don't know why I'm trying to do something different, because like the original way I went about it did totally fine. I wish I didn't get critted a lot. Gotta redo it. Alright, take 4, 5. I don't really remember at this point. Alright, let me do the original way. Icy Wind, Ice Punch you. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna redo that. I meant to go for Ice Punch, not Swagger. Well, I guess I can let it play out. Might get lucky to get hit with confusion or something. Did it just say snapped out of confusion? That is really lucky. Alright, take 5, voice crack there, 5, 6 million, something like that. Okay, let's Icy Wind, Ice Punch you. Okay, let's slow these guys down. Did it just say it missed? Fantastic. I love Pokemon. Okay. Get rid of that. I wish I didn't miss though. Do that. Ice beam. Let's protect here. Maybe I gotta do a different team. I'm not certain though. Okay, 5, 6, something trillion, something like that. I think it's number 6, but let me try this one more try with this team. Ice beam, or sorry, ice punch. I get burned. Icy wind. Get their speed lowered. Let's just double team this thing. So I know that it's gone. Golduck should be gone here. Turtonator, Mantine. Just Ice Beam, Air Slash. Protect, Air Slash. Okay. Air Slash. See, I need it to like not crit me. I'm not gonna risk it. I want to be at full HP. I forgot about that, but I think, yeah, we should be fine. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I guess like these battles are still somewhat on the tricky side. I mean, to be fair, we had quite a bit of hacks happen to us and a little bit to Ren as well, but yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with it. There might be a team that just works better, like grass or fire, that might have been better. I think last time I remember doing the water one, but that's the odd thing. I don't remember his team having like mono dragon. Maybe they changed it, I'm not really certain. I get with like the field and makes it a disadvantage for water types, which is fair, but I thought he would have, well, no, I'm sorry, I thought he would have had like grass type Pokemon. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm not certain. Because I remembered as like whatever I chose, it was the opposite. If I had water, he would have grass. If I had fire, he would have water. If I had water, he would have grass. So... Or sorry, if I had like fire, he would have water. I feel like I said one of those twice, but you get the point. Maybe they changed it. Maybe I'm misremembering because it's been a number of years, but it's all good. It's all good. Just something that I'm curious about is all. Not even now, I need to get my act together. Darn. Still not enough. Not even with the upper hand. Sorry about that, I died for a second. Listen, Alon, we have had our differences, and I'm glad we put them aside so that we can remain friends, but you're still my #1 rival, and I won't stop training until I beat you. So you keep getting stronger too, yeah? I don't want our final battle to be a total joke. Excellent work as usual. After all these exams and practices, I'm starting to structure a tier list of who's the strongest here. Needless to say that you're at the top, so far at least. As for the others, I'll need more data before I am able to make any conclusions. Anyway, I won't keep you. You're done for the day. Thank you. Sounds like a plan. Okay. Anything else? Alon, you've cheered me up. Now I'm all excited for the future. I never wanted to become a trainer, but if it's what's necessary for survival, I guess I'll just have to become the very best. Okay. I think that is pretty much it for that. So I guess we'll go on to sleep then. And start up the next day. Oh, so the game is about to start. From whom the bell tolls, perhaps it's already done so. Andrew, Nemra, I will bring you all justice. Miss Suzuki, examinations are about to begin. Principal Blakely asked me to tell you that he requires you in his office. I see. Thank you, dear. Good luck with your exams. Thank you, ma'am. For whom the bell tolls, for whom the bell tolls. The final day, graduation. Dearest friends, you have all come very far. Throughout this month-long progress, we've had revelations. We've learned that the soul of Arceus not only dwells divided within 4 of our own, but with Alon too. And thus, we have been brought together by fate. To thwart the evil of Team Zen and the evils that lurk within, today we have recognized your skill, and as such we would like to reward you with this. Wait, sick. We got our own Mega Ring? It took a while to find enough stones for all of you, but I managed. You can all thank me later. You've all gotten a lot stronger in a matter of weeks. Gotta say, I'm impressed. Thank you so much. This is going to help us out a ton. Mine is so pretty. It's all lavender and sparkly. Now that we have these, what do we do? Before we get to that, there's something else I'd like to announce. Damien and I cannot and will not be by your side at all times. Because of this, we've actually chosen a leader for your group. And through this, we've decided that the one who should be the leader is Alita. Me? Congratulations, Alita. No problems here. You'll do a good job. Don't worry. Alita, if you would step forward. There's more. We actually have 2 leaders for this time around. Based on Aaron's info and calculations, there are 2 people here who are on an equal level. In fact, both of these people have been integral during the battle at Exkilia. So it is my pleasure to announce that not only Alita has been chosen, but Alon. Please step forward, Alon. Yay, Alon. 2 leaders. Huh, that's so weird. Based on my deductions, Alon and Alita's skill level are constantly consistent with each other. Every test you've taken here has scored you points. This is regardless of whether you passed or failed. Both Alon and Alita have finished with the highest and coincidentally the same exact scores. And since Alita and Alon have been fighting Team Zen the most, it felt like the right decision. We'll do our best to make sure we're successful in our missions. Thank you, everyone. I can't believe it. Cool, I guess. So, I think the first one gets you the most points. Yes, the first one gets you the most. The second one gives you some points with some of them, and then this one just kind of gives you minus points. Thank you, everyone. You're going to do great, Alon. Yeah, you do pretty well. You never disappoint us. Anyway, now that that's done, we may now continue on to our objective. We were finally able to decode the coordinates of those components. Starting tomorrow, we're splitting up into 3 search parties. That is, with the exception of Alice and Alan. They have their gym duties to attend to. Yes, we've even picked out a location for our gym. Venom suggested we take over the abandoned one in Obelisk town, and we agree. Yeah, so we're going to make our way down there and start setting things up. Man, I was just joking, but whatever makes you happy. Are we all settled then? Good, then everyone's dismissed. As for Alon and Alita, we're going to need to discuss our duties immediately. Please meet us down in the League Administration main office. Got it. Sounds like a plan. Alrighty. What are we, an hour and 5 minutes? Just about there. I do want to at least get this wrapped up real quick. Okay, let me take a look around. Alrighty. Hey, congratulations on being selected as our leader. It's fitting, you and Alita probably have the most experience. We'll be looking to you from now on, no pressure. Now that Alon's here, we can discuss the mission, sorry. Took some time, but we got our coordinates. We've also learned the names of each and every key we need. Let's take a look. The diamond component was located just northwest of Terrajuma Island, near Crystalline Town specifically. This is where Damien, Alexandra, Cannon, and I will head off to. Unfortunately, the target location is marked over the ocean, so it's possible that we'll have to dive and look for it on the sea floor. It'll be less convenient, but we'll take a boat to this location for this reason. As we read a strong reading in this location, we're taking necessary precautions. The Pearl component was located north of Goldenwood Forest. This component will be handled by Ren, Venom, and Malia. This is their home territory, so they may be more familiar with this area. Finally, the Platinum component was located in Grand Dream City. It seems to be somewhere inside Access High University. I'm sectioning this place to Alon and Alita since it's just the school. We actually called Hazuki for a meeting about this, and she says she meet them on the 1st. I advise making the trip to the apartment on mission day and waiting there until then. And that's basically it. We don't really have much of a reference to go off of, so we're just going to have to do our best to just find them. Are you guys seriously going to search the depths of the ocean for this? If it comes to that, yes. It's more of a thorough search, which is why the bulk of us are heading down that way. You guys are going on these perilous adventures and we're just going to school. School could be perilous, I'm talking from experience of course. We could make revisions if you like. Pass. I'm passing on that one. Then I guess that will be all for now. Let's rest up, we'll have a long journey tomorrow. The mission. Hey, congratulations, we've already read that. Just to look one final time. Okay. The Platinum component will find it together Alon. Whenever you're ready, confirm our mission on the tablet there. Please be careful out there, my friend, you don't know what you'll run into. Today's the day, we're all set to go. Please interact with the table's interface to send us all on our way. We're all ready to go, just say the word and we'll all head on out. Okay, so I think with that being said and done, I think that'll be it for today's episode. I think we made a pretty good amount of progress today, and next episode, I guess we'll start going for the keys and components and whatnot, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves out there, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Good morning.